confluence of the Shannon River and
Have
the
you seen a
Atlantic Ocean.
leprechaun?
Oh, everywhere. Saw a rainbow.
Well, folks, we're just about 5 minutes from our starting time. And as Kim mentioned, Kim, can you send to me either privately or
Yes, directly. The list.
yes.
I
I
sent,
shall do that momentarily.
Sandy,
Yeah.
Kim, I sent it to Sarah and.
Yes, and I did too
Oh,
on my,
okay.
yep, I already did. Although it was when the things were funky, so let me just check my email, make sure it went through. All right, let's see. Yeah, it
Sandy,
looks
I
like fine. Yep,
Okay.
yep, go ahead.
I don't see those registrations. Did you do them?
I sent
Oh,
the link to them.
Oh, I didn't, I sent the link to them, but you're saying we could register them.
Yeah, yeah. You just click on the
Right,
link and register them directly. And then
okay,
I'll approve it and they'll get an email with their coordinates.
okay, let me,
You don't have to, but
okay.
if
I
you
mean,
want to, you can.
okay, do you want me to just forward those to you, Don? And then it's done?
well,
Or yeah,
he's
that's fine.
letting.
Okay, I hear what he's
I mean,
saying.
I'm pretty busy right now, but
Yeah,
if
Okay.
if
we have
Um,
many. I let me say, Sandy and Don, there are there are no lack of people who could take their turn.
right,
So there's really no rush. There's
right.
really no
Oh,
rush.
of
Everybody
course, there's
take a
no, yeah,
breath.
of course there's
And
no
we have
rush,
about
right.
3 minutes before you welcome and introduce the program,
Yep,
Sandy.
yep,
Okay, about 3 minutes. I am sending you in groups of 10, Sandy.
in groups of 10, gotcha.
The numbers might not be right because sometimes when you copy and paste them, they change the numbers. But this is the first 10, the second 10, the last group.
Okay, okay,
And I'm sorry the numbers are not correct. We have some cancellations and folks who said they probably would not come because of
okay.
various reasons.
There's always
Um,
those, yeah.
and so if
Good.
you call out someone's name and they're not present, we'll just go to the next person on the list.
Well, there you go, okay. All right,
And
oh, there,
all will be well, and all
oh,
manner of things will be well.
just looking at this beautiful, beautiful list, though. How amazing. How amazing. Okay, so I'm gonna take the first 10 and Kim, I haven't really been looking in the chat or anything, so because we've been doing so many things in the background here, are all those first 10 here to your
I
knowledge?
don't know. I'll start looking for that now since I've sent the three groups to you,
I got it. Yep.
and I will begin looking for our first few readers in the audience, and
All righty.
we'll
Thank you
we'll
so much.
report back.
Very good.
We
And
have 2 minutes before program time.
got it.
Take us to the moon.
I love the moon. I'm trying to get there. And I want to just make sure that that chair is pretty good. You want to just sit in that chair for a
Try
second?
this chair and
Yeah,
have
just-
claps under you?
Yeah,
no problem.
let's see. Let's see. You'll be okay. I think I'll go back. Yeah, you lean in and I'll just move back a little bit. Well,
Yay.
is that all right?
It's good
That
for
look okay?
me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just taking down my first names.
Sandy, begin with number 3, please.
That's what I thought. Okay. And I was going to announce them 3 by 3. I mean, threes.
Well,
But-
hang on. Let me keep searching here.
Okay. All right. And we're just about a minute away.
All right, I'm gonna revise what I sent you so that you have success.
Thank you so much. All right.
And thank you everyone for your patience and your grace as we gather the hordes. As we push everyone into steerage, I should say. Okay. I'm going to resend you the first three, Sandy, because that's what I have time for, and it is 3 o'clock. I'm sorry, 8 o'clock.
Oh, we might need some candles.
Okay. There you go.
All right.
Can they hear
Well, can y'all hear me? Should I stand outside?
No, this is fine.
Okay.
It's just, um, it should be fine.
Okay. All right. Can you hear me there, folks?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So we're just having a little bit of technical uh difficulty here. And so
It's about.
yeah, that's it. Okay, that's perfectly fine. All righty. You here's the thing. I need to see a chat and I can't read it from here. So we're on a phone right now.
Ooh.
I don't think there's anything you can do.
And I-
Phone's the back.
Yeah, the phone is the backup. And so Kim, here's what I think I'm gonna need you to do, and I realize we're a couple minutes past program time.
It's no problem.
Okay, I think I'm gonna have you
Say 3 names.
introduce 3 names.
I'll
Yeah,
just say
I think
3
I'm
names
gonna.
and you can take it from there.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, so
when you're ready, ask me for
yeah,
3 names.
okay,
And we'll do it 3 at a
okay,
time.
right. We'll do 3 at a time. Okay. And folks in the room, you're just gonna come on in the 3 in succession. Um, Usually, sometimes I can come on and help you unmute or something like that. I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm on a phone. So just, so please do be listening for your name when you're coming on. I know Kim's going to put it in the chat. I'm not seeing a chat, and probably where my eyes are, I'm not going to be able to. The light's a little low in here too now. It's an electricity problem we're having where we are. So, yeah, so I see that there's a chat, the trickster. I see that there's a chat, but I just can't really read it. So we're gonna go this way, Kim, okay?
Go ahead, Sandy.
Okay, thank you. Well, welcome everyone. Bienvenidos and ahoy, my friends. You're here tonight for Cultivating Voices. It's our new book showcase special event. It is the online launch of the anthology, Unsinkable, Poems Inspired by the Titanic. I'm your host, Sandy Yannone, and I also happen to be one of the co-editors along with my 2 beloved co-editors, Margo Taft-Stever and Susana Case. They'll be joining me in just a moment. Um, we have a beautiful program of many contributors here at the Robin Hill House in Cove, Ireland, is where we're joining you live. Yesterday, on April 11th, was the 114th anniversary of the Titanic coming into Cork Harbor. We are literally looking out at the harbor where she had come in. It's a beautiful, beautiful early evening here in Ireland, and we're so pleased to be joining you with our contributors worldwide to hear some selections from this just beautiful anthology from Salmon Poetry. And before I introduce Susana and Margo to give us some context for the anthology, I want to also thank publisher Jesse Landeni at Salmon Poetry And I want to thank the beautiful accommodations. We have a, if I don't want to move anything here, but if I could move things, I would show you our, I'm just not going to. I would show you we have a really wonderful room of our contributors that we've been touring with. We'll get to them later in the program. But for now, let us hear a little bit from Susanna Case and Margo Taft-Stever about the anthology. And while they're getting settled coming over, I'll just say that in the chat, you should be seeing links to purchase the book. And of course, as I always say, please do show your enthusiasm for our readers tonight. They're joining us from all different time zones, and we're so pleased to be featuring Unsinkable, poems inspired by the Titanic, here from her final port of call on April 11th, 1912. And with that, I'm going to invite Susanna H. Case to come up and talk a little bit, and then one of the co-editors, and then have Margo Taft-Stever come. And then Kim will be navigating. Kim's the first officer for the evening tonight. So, Susanna, welcome.
Okay, let's do this delicately,
Let's all
Nothing goes
go.
wrong. Hi, everyone. I can't see any of you, but welcome. Being in Cove right now and on this book tour has caused me to think a lot about fate. Fate can be an abstraction, but in Cove, it's really anchored very much to this place, this being the ship's final um, port of call here. It's where the last passengers in Ireland boarded, and they were expecting fresh beginnings, of course, and that didn't happen. So it's got me thinking about how people make decisions that seem very ordinary at the time. You buy a ticket, you wave goodbye, but those who decided to buy a ticket on the Titanic unknowingly stepped into history without intending to. And what makes this so haunting in this context is the thousands of individual paths converging toward a single irreversible end. It destroys our illusion that we are always in control of the journeys that we make. And it's that metaphoric inability to control fate that is threaded throughout the poems in this anthology. We went from soliciting poems to publication in 18 months, and I'm very proud of that timeline. I've been in anthologies which have taken a decade, and so I want to thank my co-editors, Sandy and Margo. Everybody did their work, and I want to thank all the contributors who helped make that possible, and of course, as Sandy mentioned, Jesse and Siobhan at Salmon Poetry, who helped create a truly beautiful book. And I know you haven't gotten your contributor copies yet, but the book is gorgeous. You will have to take my word for it for the moment. And I know that those of you who do not yet have your contributor copies will cherish this anthology, I'm sure, which is filled with an overwhelmingly transporting variety of poetry, which you'll hear some of today or tonight, depending on where you are. Thank you.
And now we'll hear from Margo Taft-Stever, our other co-editor. Thank you, Margo.
Thanks so much, Sandy. And also thank you to Kim Ports Parsons and Don Krieger for the fantastic Cultivating Voices, which is such a phenomenal reading series. And I could spend all day thanking people. Of course, I want to thank Susanna and Sandy, who have been such incredible people to work with. Susanna is an amazing project director who knows so much about computers and has so much skill, as well as being a phenomenal poet. And Sandy knows everyone who has ever mentioned the word Titanic and also everything that's been written. And she knows all the poets, and maybe not quite all of them, but most of the poets in Ireland who have written poems about the Titanic. So it's been incredible to work with these amazing women. And one of our reasons for choosing the Titanic as an anthology subject is that it exerts tremendous pressure on the intersection of myth, technology, class, memory, and grief in ways that remain unresolved. In early 2022, we three editors started working on the Titanic, but on June 18th, 2023, we were once again blindsided by the myth that human engineering could outpace contingency. When the Ocean Gate submersible, which was on mission to view the Titanic wreck, as we know, imploded, this doubling of actual and metaphysical disasters hammered home the timelessness of the Titanic poetry anthology. The time lapse between when the Titanic struck the iceberg and when the ship went down, these threshold moments of arrested time, create a particularly strong lyric power. Passengers dressed for dinner while the iceberg decided their fate, as described in Teaching on the Titanic by Grace Cavalieri. Poetry can also memorialize inanimate objects as last witnesses, and waterworks as erasure and preservation, as in Susana H. Case's Mrs. Widener's Pearls. The Titanic continues to resonate because we have faith in systems that frequently fail. Thank you.
Thank you, Margo. And before I ask Kim to invite our first three readers, I just want to also mention a few other things about Unsinkable itself. There's an amazing foreword written by Charles A. Haas, who is the president of the Titanic International Society. He is the renowned historian, along with John P. Eaton, to have written the most significant book about the Titanic after Walter Lord's A Night to Remember. So we were very, very honored to have Charlie's assessment of the past, the present, and the future of what Titanic has held and what it continues to hold in our cultural memory. You will find his forward as riveting as the poems that you are about to hear from our incredible crew of contemporary international poets. And along with that forward, also know in the book, please do check the bios when you receive your copy. They are robust with the accolades of what our poets represented in the anthology have accomplished, as well as a notes section that is very robust with sense of history behind the poems. A really wonderful compendium that you don't often see in anthologies of this type. I want to just draw your attention to how this anthology may have its own unique capacities. And finally, there's incredible photographs accompanying the anthology. And those photographs, one of the photographers I'd like to mention is Father Francis Brown. Father Francis Brown disembarked right here in Cove on April 11th, 1912, as Titanic had just come from Southampton to Cherbourg and arrived here in Cove and left Cove at 1:30 p.m. on the 11th out into the Atlantic, for where we all know she found her fate along with all those passengers and crew on board. The anthology itself is a memorial and also a clarion call for how to live with things that we are not always listening to. And the Titanic had many, many messages that it was being called to pay attention to. You all know much of the history around that, and we'll hear much more about the history and how Titanic is used in contemporary times from our poets assembled here tonight. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Kim to announce our first three readers. Thank you, Kim.
Thank you, Sandy. Our first three readers will be Janet MacFadyen, Cindy Veach, and Stephen Powers. Thank you.
All righty, I guess I'm on. I just want to say that when I was growing up and a teenager, my family used to go down to Cape Cod in Massachusetts, in Falmouth. And I remember reading A Night to Remember there very clearly. And I think in this poem, I've even quoted sections from it. And the other thing about that area is I also clearly remember people talking about the Andrea Doria Stockholm collision, which took place in the dense fog just south of Nantucket. So the sea does run in my blood. But having said that, this poem I'm actually going to read tonight is taking huge poetic license in using the Titanic as a metaphor. So I'm going to have to leave it to others to give you poems about the seriousness of the disaster. At sea, stalled on the swell of a steep hill, my mother's at the wheel. Sliding backward, anything can happen. Something slips in my child's world. Out in the cod-thick North Atlantic, the Titanic lists against an iceberg. Mother, mother of the boiler, mother of the stove, leans from the railing, and I am drowning in my berth, peering through distorted portholes. On the bottom, divers discover dozens of items, lumps of coal, bottles of wine miraculously unbroken, a chamber pot, a silver platter. Nothing was lost, just locked away in the hold where no one could see. I could live here, scuttling in the darkness like an armored fish. Look, the lights of electric eels are strung around my neck. The band starts up, the escargot, the torches in the ballroom, all too brightly lit. Or I could study whales, how they rest without sleeping on the bottom, their secret life of filtering specks from the sea. Now, not long ago, I saw for the first time a whale's gleaming back in the water, not the hull of a sinking ship as I had imagined. It is too late to sleep in my mother's arms. The ocean's dark waters rise below me, cabin by cabin, too much to be contained, too much to be held. Everything rises and falls. Jewels of wealthy ladies sift along the bottom until swallowed by oysters. And the hour at hand, I am eating oysters at a banquet. On the lifeboat deck, the stewards go round with wine. My life a glass that fills and fills and overflows. Thank you.
Thank you, Janet. That was lovely. Thank you to the editors. I'm really grateful to be in this anthology. The poem I'm going to read, The Titanic, appears late in the poem, so just have to be patient. The Log Cabin Myth. My brother plays with Lincoln logs in the living room of the rented house near the college where our father is a freshman. Notch by notch, my brother fashions a fort in the living room of the rented house. From a pile of rough-hewn sticks, notch by notch, my brother fashions a fort. The battle will go on and on over a pile of rough-hewn sticks, named after the poor boyhood home of a president. The battle will go on and on, my brother defending his creation, born the poor boyhood home of a president. His mouth makes gunfire sounds, spews spittle. My brother defending his living room nation. My father trying to rise above his working class station. I don't like the sound of spittle. My country loves its rags to riches heroes. My father will rise above his station thanks to the GI Bill and being white. My country loves its rags to riches heroes, its lies of valor. My brother will not serve thanks to college deferment and being white. It pains me to learn of my country's lies. My brother had the privilege not to serve. Whose stories get to be told? It pains me to learn that mostly the third class died on Titanic. Whose stories get to be told? My father beat the odds, so here I am. Third class was held at gunpoint down below. Sometimes I find Lincoln logs in thrift shops. My father beat the odds, so here I am. Near the college where he matriculated, I find vintage Lincoln logs at Goodwill, grimy as my brother's, half buried as the truth. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for all of you being here. I'm glad to be here as well. My poem is called Construction at Pier 54. Cranes and barges build a new pier where the old one once was. The chain link fence cast a shadow that makes the sidewalk look like cobblestone. Though it's frivolous, how we impose famous on unfamous. A woman walking reminds me of B. Arthur, and a jogger might be Bill Paxton. When I am old enough to be mistaken for a dead movie star, recollecting my walk near Chelsea today will be like reading while nodding off. You look back a few pages to refresh your memory. But the words, blurred by sleep tannin, are not the ones you remember. Cars don't belong on the sea bottom, but Titanic put one there anyway, the most we can show for all our vanity that invented it. We should know better than to run after the past too, as if catching receipts flying away. Maybe that's the meaning of the old archway gate. Canard, what star? Letters overlapped and faded, high above the street, a relic in new construction, ignored yet preserved. But it might yet outlast all this, rusting in the city's respirations like a shipwreck. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Stephen, Cindy, and Janet. I think it's safe to say I'll never look at a Lincoln log the same way again. And I think that is true of so many of these poems, that they really do change our perspectives, not just on Titanic, but on history and how we move through life and death. We're going to hear many more poems. I also want to mention that we are here in Ireland launching because we are on the timeline in which Titanic sailed. And we thought it most appropriate to begin the tour where Titanic was built and from where she set sail. And our publisher, also Salmon Poetry, is in Ireland. It seemed most appropriate. Stephen is talking about Pier 54 in New York. And trust me, folks, those of you here, our US leg of the tour is up and coming later this year. And you'll be hearing much more about that as well. So thank you to all three of you for your contributions. So great to have you. And we'll move to our next three readers. Kim.
Our next three readers, Sandy, will be Jeanne Griggs, Tanya Ko-Hong, and Don Kingfisher Campbell. And Don Krieger, just a heads up, I think that Don Kingfisher Campbell would like to share screen when it's his turn. So please take it away, Jeanne.
My poem is called Going Down, and I put my prop here behind me, the music for a Bach partita. I'm here in Ohio, fiddling at a local pizza place on Sunday afternoons and playing in the symphony on Monday nights, practicing the meditation from Thais on Tuesdays and a Bach partita on Thursdays, And even though I know you're one state away and your health keeps declining, I make no move to visit, writing you letters instead, not wanting to face the reality of your wasted body that other better friends tell me about long distance. Am I really going to keep playing while your ship goes down in the distance? Am I that kind of friend after all? The kind who waves you off at the dock and then goes about my day humming, your voyage no further business of mine? I can be no help, I can bring no hope, but that of reassurance that I will miss you, am already missing you, because I cannot bring myself to be there with you, to feel your arms diminished, see your gait declining, hear the gradual diminuendo of your voice, even though I know that when it comes, the magnitude of the disaster will drown out all music, even from a distance.
Hi, this is Tanya Ko-Hong. Ode to the Open Door. Sitting next to the emergency exit, a flight attendant appears beside me. Maybe she wants me to smile and changes seats with a strong man. Who knows? But I stay firm. Can you open the door? I look at her right in her eyes. Answer, yes. The American man sitting next to me, who she didn't ask, answers, yes, too. I hear the airplane taking off. It would be near fall apart like when the Titanic hit the iceberg. A few years ago, I didn't have the confidence to open the door in case of the emergency. I didn't want to take responsibility. Back then, I didn't believe in myself. 4 people are needed to open it. They are all strong men beside me. I can open the door. How long have we been up in the air? I slide the window cover up. Will there be time in the sky? I am looking down at flowering clouds. I want to touch the flowering clouds. I put my hands on the window. I float in the warmth of the sun. Why haven't I thought to touch the window? The window of the door to be opened in case of emergency is warm. Thank you.
Okay, is screen share activated?
Yes, go ahead.
Thank you. First off, I want to say thank you to Tanya Ko-Hong for giving me the opportunity to stow away on this electronic boat here. This is really cool. So many people. Makes me feel like I'm on a voyage right now. Okay, I wanted to share this drawing of the Queen Mary. There it is. I took that picture on the Queen Mary. The Queen Mary is moored, as you probably know, in Long Beach, California, not far from where I live. And so this poem is kind of related to the movie. If you've seen the movie Titanic, then this will be very familiar. And it's a true story. Queen Mary, pouring rain on the freeway. The Queen Mary won't get washed away by El Nino, will it? Well, it might rock a little. I carry my jasmine raincoated daughter into the faux English village, leave her and my wife at the boarding stairs to stand in the downpour, hold a Barbie umbrella in line. I buy the cheapest tickets. We enter the third class compartment. There's a Scottish festival inside, Celtic music and tartan tables, pewter trinkets and men in plaid skirts. Oh my. Can't afford the Titanic expedition downstairs. Don't even want to pay $5 for a sausage sandwich. So we walk up a narrow metal stairway to the sumptuous wooden-decked promenade. An iron gate bars the way for hotel guests only. We slump out to the sun deck. Near the lifeboats, a pizza room, just $2.60 a slice. Crust smells like fishy air. We sprinkle red pepper and Parmesan and know the Titanic still harbors.
Thank you so much, Don. Thank you. Now we get to hear a little applause from the audience because we're muted normally. Don, Tanya Ko-Hong, and Jeanne Griggs. What I'm really struck by is how every single ship has an amazing story. And just because I've been on the Queen Mary, I want to just add a little, one of my favorite little facts is that if you go to Long Beach and you are standing on the Queen Mary, I hope it's still there, but there is an amazing picture of Liberace, and one of his bejeweled pianos there, because I guess he played at one point on the Queen Mary. So every one of these ships has its own lore, and I love that aspect of the intersection of how sometimes these ships are called sister ships. I mean, Queen Mary is not a White Star Line ship, but they all do hold their unique stories. It's so wonderful to have a poem that has two ships in it, and wonderful. Of course, I was thinking of that line in Tanya's poem, "How long up in the air," and I was thinking about how long deep under the sea. So Titanic's been there for 114 years now. We'll hear a little bit more about her depths and her heights and many, many things as we go to our next three readers. Thank you, Kim.
Yes, Sandy. The next three readers are Catherine Ann Cullen, Connie Post, and Don Krieger.
Thank you, Kim. Can you hear me, guys? Great. So my poem, like some of the others before, I'm using Titanic as a kind of a metaphor. And in this one, it's kind of a revenge, a threatening revenge poem. So it's called Tip. And it's also kind of in the shape of three icebergs, and the biggest is the last bit. I am no less bright than I was when our lips collided in a shower of sparks. Though you cut me adrift with a tinkle of ice, I may yet make my mark. I am unique and insignificant as one snowflake drifting silently 15,000 years ago into a deep canyon of ice, forming part of a glacier that calved an iceberg that holds Titanic. Short and maybe not sweet. Thank you so much to Margo and Sandy and Susana and Kim and everybody involved. It's a wonderful effort. And to Jessie, obviously, too.
Connie Post, it's lovely to be here today and to share this huge accomplishment with everybody, and echoing the thanks to Sandy and Margo and Susana and Kim. So thank you so much. My poem is Salvage. When a body is found decades later, for a moment in time, everyone stops and gazes at the bones. Was it like that when they found the Titanic 38 years after it sank? Did they look at the mast, the deck, the places it sheared in half? Did the ocean tell stories with its baritone voice of 12,000 miles deep? Does the sea life have a way of holding the last sound of the last person that drowned?
Thank you, Connie. It's a privilege and a pleasure to be part of this and to read here. I'm going to put this up so you can see these pictures. How big is Titanic? An earthquake struck America's East Coast on April 5th, 2024. No one was hurt. I had a traveling job, turbomolecular pumps. It was 1980, the Lawrence Livermore Accelerator. Robert led us through a doorway 30 foot wide, 20 feet high, and 5 feet thick into a cavernous room. In the center, a temporary staircase on wheels up to a vault 15 feet off the ground on cardboard pillars, right next to a Cockcroft Walton dynamo, all of it stolen from the mad scientist's nightmare. We bent low to get through the vault's round metal door, me first, Nate next, then Robert. A cramped space, gleaming metal, glass, plumbing, and power supplies. When the accelerator was on, everything where we stood was charged to 300,000 volts by the dynamo. Naked protons exited the vault through a narrow tube which passed through the outer chamber into the target room, where they smashed atoms and rained radiation everywhere. A loud rumble drowned out what Nate was saying. The floor shook, then swayed on those cardboard legs. They looked at each other and understood, but I did not. I thought someone was closing that massive outer door to start the accelerator. Nate's eyes flashed white, like those of a raccoon fleeing from a forest fire. Robert turned, went through the door, then Nate with me right behind. I held tight to steady the stairs, but Nate fell near the bottom. Then the lights went out, and then stillness. I crept down the steps and kneeled, cringing in that silent void, waiting for the lightning bolt to kill me. Robert spoke. Don, are you there? Here, take my hand. And he led us out like paper dolls, broken shelves and dead phones, everyone rushing out into the light and the air. Nate had understood, but panicked on the stairs. I was clueless and paralyzed in the dark. On the drive to the airport, Nate lamented his aching back. No one knows what fear did to me. How much more humbling had the danger been real. That's how big is Titanic.
It's pretty big. It's pretty big. Folks, if you are just joining us or listening in, you are here for the launch of Unsinkable Poems Inspired by the Titanic. We're hearing from an incredible array of contributors. We just heard from Don Krieger, Connie Post, and Catherine Ann Cullen. Evening is here in Cove, Ireland, back in 1912, then Queenstown, which was to become fated as Titanic's final port of call. Of course, it was not scheduled for that. And evening is descending here in Cove as we're listening to these poems. And before we hear from the next three readers, I just really want to echo something that I said at the in-person launch that we had in Ennistimon on 10 of April, just a few days ago. at Salmon Poetry, which was the actual launch date of Titanic 114 years ago. And that is that we've been reading these poems for the anthology over and over and over again as this process has gone through all of its iterations from submission to editing to publication. But there is really nothing more stunning than now hearing the poems come to life in the voices of the poems of the poets who have written them. So thank you so much as we're hearing these poems from all our wonderful contributors. And now with that, let's go to our next three readers. Thank you so much, Kim.
Our next three readers will be Linda Lerner, Josephine LoRe, who I believe is with you, Sandy. Is that correct? Yes. And Anya Kirschbaum. Looking forward to all of you. Linda, you need to unmute. Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
There you go.
Okay. I have a recording of my poem because I have voice problems, so I thought it would be better. Actually, this poem it's in the anthology, which I'm really proud to be in and can't wait to get hold of, was written about 2 years before, ironically. And I was wondering who was going to take a poem about the Titanic. Where does it belong? But I saw the movie. I've always been fascinated by it. So I'm going to share the poem now, hopefully. Okay. I knew your corner. It's the title of a Hopper painting. No, that's not the right one. Sorry. I knew your corner. I knew your corner. It's the title of a Hopper. I'm looking for the poem. I'm sorry. It's the title of a Hopper painting. Well, actually, I think I better read it. I'm terrible with computers. It's on here somewhere. Can you understand me? Is it? Yes? Okay. Overheard on Houston Street. I was serving tea on the Titanic. A woman behind me said, describing a dream she had while running a fever. I slowed down enough to catch the cups rattling through the street noise as she went from one table to the next, trying not to spill the tea she kept replenishing when honking horns and a loud crash swept away her voice. A rattling sound rose up from oceanic depths. Nothing could shut out. Thank you.
Next up is Josephine. Is she in the room?
She's not here.
Yes, she's coming and sitting by Sandy, I believe.
Oh,
Okay, and Anya is not going to be able to read. She's just sent me a message. So we're going to go to Josephine, and then I will announce who comes next. Sandy and Josephine, you need to unmute.
Okay, sorry about that. It's an honor to be here in Ireland, and it's an honor as well today to listen to the poems being read by the poets in their own voices. My piece is called A Loss of Titanic Proportions. Let your sorrow go down with the ship. Allow darkness to swallow your shame. When the music ends, will you ever find the empty chair? Or will you tangle to the final strain of violin? In darkened birth, is that you, curled into the embrace of everlasting love like those couples immortalized by ashen gray Pompeii. There is no shame, no glory in proclamation and unheard song. What lies submerged can sometimes puncture dreams, drown us all, we know, and still we build these unsubmersible ships of steel, slip a band onto our hands, whisper words that echo, and watch as they too slip into the fathomless beyond. Thank you.
Sorry, Kim, you've come right back on, and I want to thank Josephine, and of course, want to thank everybody who's been reading. Linda, beautiful. Again, I wish you could all be in the room. I just posted in the chat to kind of just, hear the echoes of what's kind of reverberating here in the room. It's really incredible to be hearing these poems. And I'm going to have Kim let us know who our next readers are.
Yes, so Anya could not be with us to read, but we're going to move on to our next three: Kara Briggs, Catherine Ronan, and myself, yours truly, Kim Ports Parsons. Take it away, Kara.
Thank you. I was supporting the technology here and had to find my poem. I will just say this poem is about the natural element of ice and icebergs. Ice. Ice monarch of northern oceans, cries of lost sailors, fracture of wooden hulls, every widow's nightmare, too many mouths to feed. Ice, a silver prairie on the high sea, creed of polar bears who hunt and eat seals, fishing off the edge of icebergs, terrible gleaming diamonds, capricious in freeze and melt, eager to share, eager to snare a Titanic in its sinkable lie. Ice blindness, migraine inducing, starry eyed, cacophony of chimes when early melt shatters wind-blown sheets. Ice crystalline in its essence, chiming circular songs, exultant tonal soundings, idiosyncratic, temporal, torpor inducing, chilled to the bone, current carved, evoking calm, gravest risk. Ice amassing out of sight, cataclysm in open sea, echolocation alert, ice, more like air than water, calving deep blue to silence white, exploding like a bomb.
All right, Catherine Ronan.
Hi, everyone. I'm so excited to be on this tour. It is just incredible to meet the editors and some Zoom friends in the flesh. I can't tell you how excited I am. Oh, I'm so thrilled. I was born to be on tour. Woo! Let's get more tours. So I asked my friend Niall Sullivan, who lives in Castletownbere, do you have any unusual take in the Titanic? And he said, I do, girl, because when it was sailing out, they say the last thing they saw was Queenstown, and it wasn't. It was the fires they lit on Jersey Island. So this is my Jersey's farewell to Titanic. Souls of the land, sing you out to sea. A clear night shines with orange eyes. Flames, blistering at your departure, lick the dawn. Tin-whistled feet dance on cliffs, thrumming with rhythm and weight of wistful night. Billowing specks fly heaven bound to ink the stave of shifting sky. Children jump over white-haired embers. Gorse voices of ancestors throat to steerage, lullabying the hull as the seabed stirs with uneasy dream and watering anticipation of tomorrow.
I love that poem, Catherine. And I loved listening to all of you read today. Thank you so much. And thank you for including me in the project. My poem has a ridiculously long title. The fact that his favorite Titanic movie was James Cameron's sprawling epic, and mine was always the unsinkable Molly Brown, tells you everything you need to know. For example, that no disaster cannot be lessened with a little music and dancing, a fine menu, and a boisterous circle of friends, never wanting the evening to end. That prolonged melodrama does not make for a peaceful daily routine. That wanderlust can be fun and disastrous, especially paired with just plain lust. That desperation heightens desire. That depression leads to more of same, because then at least comes a feeling of being alive among all the corpses. That wrapping himself in the shroud of drowning was a comfort for a few brooding hours, while my predilection was for chasing joy, for waking up to sunny days in the mountains, for bucking up and just getting on with it. Thank you all so much for listening, and thank you for this amazing work in this beautiful book. Sandy, Susana, and Margo, you're exquisite editors. And now I did not have a chance to prepare the next three names, so I want to double check. Seamus Harrington, if you're here, Patrick Lodge, if you're here, and Barbara Quick. Is she with you, Sandy? Is Barbara Quick with you?
Yes, Barbara's here with me. Seamus certainly will be reading. Patrick Lodge is just listening as far as I understand.
Okay, so the next person, we will then not be hearing from Patrick, but we will, I hope, be hearing from Margo Taft-Stever, who has an amazing poem in the collection herself. So the next three readers will be Seamus, Barbara, and Margo.
Okay. Thanks very much. It's a great honor to be in this book at page 25. And Susanna, I love the glasses. Are they red and green for port and starboard? Anyway, this is called dit 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 dat 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 dit 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 dat 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 dit dit dit. And if we slow it down, dat 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 dit 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 dat 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 That's my eldest lamp. Again and again, faint but clear, clear as the luminous frost, clear as the starry heavens, the message repeated in hope. Repeated in hope, repeated in hope, message repeated in hope. Far, far too late for too many. Yet due to Morse code, hundreds of souls are plucked from the icy brink. From the icy brink, from the icy brink, plucked from the icy brink. Again, Marconi's newfangled device responds in disbelief to the rescue. In disbelief to the rescue. In disbelief to the rescue. Responds in disbelief to the rescue. But wireless history was made and quickly forgotten, saving not the Titanic, but that lone ship, SS Minnehaha. She came from the same yard, Harland and Wolff in Belfast. Thanks very much.
Hello, everyone. It's such a joy for me to be here by Sandy's side, here in Ireland, and with all these marvelous poets who I'm meeting, have met for the first time, and they feel like my sisters in poetry. My poem in the anthology is called Two Shipwrecks and a Slip of a Girl, and it's a true story. It wasn't April when my ship put in at Cove. I had no idea about the shadow cast there in 1912 by the Titanic, nor sensed the shades of the doomed Irish who climbed aboard then, where I'd just disembarked. I was 21, a slip of a girl, following ferry lights farther and farther away from what I'd ever called home. Strange to think this was 49 years ago. The nearly new ship flew a Soviet flag. For $200, still possessed of a student ID, I crossed the sea from New York to Ireland, where the offer of a place to stay awaited me, a place to start what I hoped would be my life as a writer. I had a ridiculous boyfriend in tow. Someone living out her own doomed romance in a desert hovel, an heiress I'd met in New Mexico, found promise, I guess, in the stories and poems I read to her, and liked the child ballads I sang while I played my guitar. With a hug, as I left to drive the rest of the way to New York, she said that she had a cottage and tower in West County, Cork. I've always wanted to let a young writer live there, she told me, as if spun whole cloth from a fantasy. Write to me when you're ready, and I'll tell you how to reach Mr. Houlihan, the grocer who also drives a taxi. He can take you to Ardfield from Clonakilty and give you the key to the cottage. I'll never forget what she did for me 49 years ago. The Mikhail Lermontov, a 20-ton ship, 12 decks high, was too large to make land in the harbor at Cove. My suitcase in one hand, guitar in the other, my long black hair blew athwart my face, and I found my place aboard the tender among the Irish returning home. The farewells called out by our newfound friends left behind were drowned in the blast of the ship's horn on that starry night. Streamers were launched from the topmost rails, and our little boat's first mate cast off the lines. A passenger took out a tin whistle and played a tune as the tillerman steered us toward the glimmer of the town, and I felt a sense of sadness that seemed not my own. It can take us a lifetime to know what we know,
Was it my present day self I sensed, my black hair turned gray as I hurtle through the final part of my life to an unknown shore? Or was it the shades of those Irish who drowned that day in 1912, looking to hitch a ride back to their homeland? Or was it the future shipwreck of the Mikhail Lermontov, sensed by an unwanted witchy antenna inside of me? No one yet knew that 11 years hence the ship would run aground and sink in the Marlborough Sounds of New Zealand. My sense of dread was short-lived, gone by the time we stepped ashore. I set about finding a place for us to spend the night and was helped by the local Garda who gave me the coin I needed to make a call, saying as he did so, "Welcome to Ireland." It can take us a lifetime to know what we know. Strange to think this was 49 years ago. Thank you very much.
Gradual Requiem. What if it rained the night the Titanic sank and all those men, women, children from steerage who never made lifeboats shuddered in the steering, raising six children, maybe someone one last thing to do. And subsided as she sat for just this moment. What if half the passengers forgot to put on their shoes because they were asleep when the Titanic hit the iceberg and they stood out in the aching rain? Adumbrate was the word William, her eldest, wanted to look up that day. Now he could see the water rising, women and children from upper deck packed into lifeboats. His own mother was frozen at the padlock gate. Had no place to go. What if the cigarettes lit up in the last moments on deck, where they had always been forbidden to smoke? What if their cigarettes fizzled in the driving rain?
I'm sorry, Margo, I'm going to interrupt. We are experiencing some feedback and breaking up of your microphones. So we would like you to start again, perhaps with no video, or if there is more than one Zoom window open in the room that you're in, we just use one window. Maybe where Sandy is sitting. Are you all in the same room? Because the microphone's just not working. I don't know what you're saying. I'm sorry. Sometimes that improves if you turn the video off and just use audio, but it could also be that you have two Zoom connections in the same room. I'm not sure what your setup is there.
Should we ask Kim? Can you hear us now?
That's
I
better.
don't think so. That's better. I can barely hear her. Just Gradual Requiem. What if it rained the night the Titanic sank and all those men, women, and children from steerage who never made it to lifeboats shuddered in the searing rain? Raising six children, every minute something for someone, one last thing to do. Her panic subsided as she sat for just this moment. What if half the passengers forgot to put on their shoes because they were asleep when the Titanic hit the iceberg and they stood out in the aching rain. Adumbrate was the word William, her eldest, wanted to look up that day. Now he could see the water rising, women and children from upper deck packed into lifeboats, his own mother powerless, frozen at the padlocked gate. They had no place to go. What if the cigarettes the cabin boys lit up in their last moments on deck, where they had always been forbidden to smoke? What if their cigarettes fizzled in the driving rain? Her youngest asked which lifeboat they'd get on as the last craft severed from the ship, child born of a disappearing world. Rain of ages connecting to past rains, rains of spit from a baby's mouth, the release of liquid, the vessels of the body, the pouring. Birds have it over us, she thought. They shun us when they crouch down and push off airborne finally, flying above the rain. Rain in anklets, drops of it as big as dogs, big as canaries, as big as crinolines. Rain colored like candy canes. Rain with icing, lipstick rain, pink as a wilted daffodil. Like so many wingless seagulls, she thought, passengers crushed together at the bow, the water ripping, tapping their feet. The runnels of iron, runnels of froth, froth of rain. The rain is closing in, 40 leagues of rain and 40 more. She had seen the colors in ice crystals, the clarity of ice crystals like jacks thrown by girls kneeling on the floor. The ice crystals jangled and rockets flared above the ship, white night, distress. But everyone knew it was a clear night. Everyone could see the stars hung like dry, burning towels in the sky. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Margo. And thank you also. You know, technology has a way of doing its way with us at times, of course. And everything back in 1912 that Titanic stood for was all about modernity. And we know sometimes how that can break down. So I find it very fitting. There's a bit of trickster energy that we've been finding along the tour, in person, and online is also not disappointing us in that way. And isn't that the way the world is? So it's only fitting that we have a few glitches from modern technology. But thank you to Kara, Catherine, Ronan, Kim, of course, amazing poem. When we were in the Cove Library, Seamus had the device that was showing us the dit, da, 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 dit. And tonight you got to see it as light in the dark, as it is approaching darkness here now in Cove, Ireland, out there in the amazing Cork Harbor, which is the largest natural harbor in the world. Is that not right, Catherine?
It is right.
Oh, and yes. So we want to give those second largest in the world,
First in Europe.
first in Europe, and an astounding harbor. And of course, Barbara, and everyone, Margo, for the anthology wouldn't exist without Margo and Suzanne. We've got a few contributors, I believe, still left online that we'd love to hear from before
Yes,
we go
that's right,
back here
Sandy.
into the room with Susanna. Is that correct, Kim?
Yes, that is right. And I want to ask if you could give me a thumbs up, please. Cathal, would you be willing to read your contribution? Yes. And Terri Cohlene, would you be willing to read your contribution? I know you don't have your video on, but Terri, maybe you could unmute and say yes or no. And Kate Wegrzyn, thumbs up. Would you be willing to read your contribution here tonight, Kate Wegrzyn? Yes. Okay, so let's go to Cathal, and then we'll go to Kate, And then we'll ask Terri one more time and see if
Yes,
she's
yes.
willing.
Yeah.
Wonderful, Terri. Okay, so Cathal, Kate, and Terri, thank you all so much.
Well, good evening, everybody. Thank you, Kim. And hope to see you all when you get here to Limerick on the 22nd. I hope you see you when you get here. I look forward to meeting you all again. Seamus, a nod to you, my friend. Thank you for remembering the Marine radio officers. They're not often remembered. I was one myself, and the famous iconic signal of SOS was such an important signal for many, many years through the 20th century. And many, many officers stayed by their post till relieved by their captain, even though they're putting their own lives at risk by sending out that signal. So thanks for remembering them, Seamus. Here it is, the sinking of the Titanic, 15th of April, 1912. Atlantic dark water shivered across her dipping bow, sinking her down to the darkness below. Her deck lights blinking dark in an instant, her breaking back groaning apart midships, the tortured turnings of her sundered sides, rupturing the cold and riveted steel, sending her to sleep in eternal night with those lost souls held by her maiden scythe. Falling with eternity's freezing breath to rest on the bedded sea floor beneath, forever held within the darkness. Rusted now by 100 years and more, scattered about her frame the debris of hubris, crowned by a woman's lonely buckled shoe. Thank you. Back to you, Kim.
We're going right on to Kate Wegrzyn and then Terri.
Hello, can you hear me then? Wonderful. I'm going to read a little bit shorter poem than the one that was accepted into the anthology, just to save some time for other readers. So, Tree of Life holds no discrimination, the unsinkable Molly Brown. When plucked from the lifeboats in the early morning of April 15th, those on board the Carpathia asked how she managed to survive. Her answer, I am unsinkable. The lifeboats, not filled to capacity, could have saved 500 more. Margaret Tobin Brown first refused a seat without fear, then thrown into a lifeboat as they discovered she was of the higher class. She was in charge of 5 men, 20 women, commanding them to row to the sea. Her clothing became warmth for the women and children. With her pistol tied at her waist, as a complaint from a fellow, she demanded, keep rowing or I'll blow your head off. Just hours before aboard the Titanic, Molly walked around the decks wearing extra wool, heavy wool, and bloomers and petticoat and long plaid cashmere dress, calfskin boots, a sportsman cap tied with a woven scarf, and golf stockings. Her muff with her pistol and her chinchilla opera coat. She came on her own, since her Denver man-made millionaire husband did not want to gallivant around Europe. She'd come seeking acceptance, since rejected by high Denver society. For her Irish Roman Catholicism, her faulty spelling, her garish wardrobe, pipe-smoking mother, invitations to lavish social events, she organized, came back, stamped harshly, returned to sender. It's a long story. It's a long life that she lived. It's a long place that she traveled to and ne'er wanted to be part of society's snobbery. Thank you.
Okay, well, that was wonderful, Kate. It's exciting to be part of the out loud reading tonight. I wasn't expecting to get the chance to do that, but here we go. Here we go. Lullaby, April 15th, 1912. My grandmother was just 3 months old when the Titanic went down, not old enough to remember or to appreciate the blessing of life. But her mother must have thought, as she swaddled her darling baby girl, fresh from her midnight feeding, how lucky she hadn't gotten a hankering to sail from Queenstown to New York City on the world's most unsinkable ship just for the thrill of it. Overwhelmed by the preciousness, she would have hugged her little girl tighter, rocked and sung a lullaby for the 53 lost children, not knowing her daughter would find her own icebergs, like Captain Smith, go down with the ship, drown in the sea, despite all urgent warnings.
What a
There's the
magnificent
applause.
lineup, Sandy. It's up to you and Susana now to close us all out.
All righty. Well, thank you again. Susanna's getting ready to come up to the virtual stage here. Cathal and Terri, Kate, thank you so much for bringing your words and bringing history right into our consciousness tonight. All the way back to that, the grandmother. Amazing. Thank you so much. And here's Susanna.
Okay. Hello again. And I'm going to read a poem about one of the passengers on the Titanic. And what interested me about her story is that what was a story about the Titanic ended up growing tentacles into a totally other story about hubris. So this is Mrs. Widener's Pearls. Because they were pricey, the insurance company insisted husband and son, two of so many patrons of Cartier who went down with the ship. Though built on pearls, Cartier switched to mourning baubles, onyx, diamonds for icy glitter. Eleanor married again, wore the pearls for her new spouse, carrying beads and trinkets, not from Cartier, to the natives of Rio Negro, the first white woman the Amazonians had seen. She caused a sensation, made new friends. Her second husband, Alexander, claimed the Yanomami were fierce, cannibals, shot some when an encounter got heated. The only time in the 20th century a scientist killed an Amazonian tribesman. The Yanomami cooked a soup, added in the ashes of the dead. Thank you.
You can see Vanna. Again, every time I hear these poems, I get chills, and I think about the repetition in Seamus's poem, the dit 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 da 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 dit dit dit. Every repetition, and the repetition of hearing poem after poem on the tour, the poems just deepen and deepen and deepen as you hear them. And I think that will be your experience also. Of course, you can always watch the recording again here, but also reading the poem every single time the poem has, each of these poems just has incredibly richer life the more I'm living with them. I'm so grateful. Well, one poem that I'm so grateful to be living with, that Kim asked me to read before I read the poem that I have in the anthology, is a poem by one of our legacy poets. We're so fortunate to be able to amplify some poets who had passed, who had quite significant poems written in the 20th century about Titanic. And Elizabeth Bradfield was going to be reading this one tonight, but couldn't be with us. And I'm going to be reading Elizabeth Bishop's poem for you, The Imaginary Iceberg, which for me, this quick, very quick story that I didn't share at the top of the hour was a year, 3 decades ago when I was in Lincoln, Nebraska, and writing my own poems about the Titanic. I started putting up on my wall a few poems that I'd found about the Titanic. And one of them was Elizabeth Bishop's poem. Another was a poem by William Dickey, The Arrival of the Titanic, which you saw us use as a video promo for the reading tonight. And I was able to read that amazing poem also in the anthology. And the final one that was up on the wall is Jessie Lee Kercheval's Carpathia. And I would walk up my stairs every day for the years that I lived in Lincoln and see these poems on the wall. And there was one day when I said, gosh, someone should do an anthology about poems dedicated to the Titanic. And when Margo and Susana asked me just a couple years ago, it was incredible to know that vision from so many years ago um, had a good chance of coming to life. And here we are tonight celebrating that with all of you because of your miraculous contributions and the vision of Susana and Margo to have the anthology, as well as the vision of Jessie Landeni and Salmon Poetry to publish the book. Well, this is the vision Elizabeth Bishop had years ago. And these first two lines of the poem, I think, for me, really sum up a lot about how I often sometimes feel about the Titanic. You'll also notice there's amazing epigraphs in the book when you receive it. So please do pay attention to those, along with the introduction, the notes, the pictures, that everything accompanies the poems seamlessly and beautifully. There is really nothing left here that hasn't been considered carefully. Well, this is a very careful poem by Elizabeth Bishop, The Imaginary Iceberg. We'd rather have the iceberg than the ship, although it meant the end of travel. Although it stood stock still like cloudy rock, and all the sea were moving marble. We'd rather have the iceberg than the ship. We'd rather own this breathing plain of snow, though the ship's sails were laid upon the sea, as the snow lies undissolved upon the water. O solemn floating field, are you aware an iceberg takes repose with you, and when it wakes may pasture on your snows? This is a scene a sailor'd give his eyes for. The ship's ignored, the iceberg rises and sinks again, its glassy pinnacles correct elliptics in the sky. This is a scene where he who treads the boards is artlessly rhetorical. The curtain is light enough to rise on finest ropes that airy twists of snow provide. The widths of these white peaks spar with the sun. Its weight the iceberg dares upon a shifting stage and stands and stares. This iceberg cuts its facets from within, like jewelry from a grave. It saves itself perpetually and adorns only itself.
Perhaps the snows, which so surprise us lying on the sea. Goodbye, we say, goodbye. The ship steers off, where waves give in to one another's waves, and clouds run in a warmer sky. Icebergs behoove the soul, both being self made from elements least visible, to see them so fleshed, fair, erected, indivisible. That's Elizabeth Bishop, The Imaginary Ice Steward. Well, I'm going to close with what was the title poem from my first collection from Salmon Poetry, Boats for Women. Because, as you all in this room know, I am a Titaniac, and we often do Titanic shows since time immemorial, back in 2020, when we did a first Irish Titanic tribute in the first few weeks of Cultivating Voices. And I often do share this poem in the month of April when I have a chance. But I'll close with this because it is in the anthology. This is Boats for Women. Yes, the boat sank. Yes, it broke into until technology caught up and looked its ancestor in the face. Yes is the way the years oxidize the steel, and yes wipes the name Titanic off the bow. Yes are the lifeboats, the davits, the call for women and children first. Yes are the men who cry from the decks. Sometimes when I kiss her, I am leaving a yes on her lips to let her know I will go down with this ship. Sometimes when she whispers yes, we are staying on board. But there is always room in the lifeboats for 2 more women. Yes is the fact that if we were alive on that night, we would have lived. Well, thank you to everyone here in the room, here in Cove, and to all of you out there in Zoom land. Thank you for being alive on this night with
Thank
us.
you, Sandy. You're amazing. All of you are so great.
Thank you so much, Connie. As we thank you so much for being here as we celebrate Unsinkable, poems inspired by the Titanic. And of course, I'm here with editors Susana H. Case and Margo Taft-Stever. Jessie Lendenny's in the room from Salmon Poetry. Siobhan Hudson-Janot, the amazing, amazing designer of the book. All of you contributors, and here present with us, and all the contributors that we have yet to have heard from, but we hope to hear along the tour. Thank you for being with us here tonight. We've been live from Cove, Ireland, back in 1912, Queenstown, which of course was Titanic's last port of call. And if you ever come here to Cove, you will see an exquisite dedication to the history of that ship, along with the Lusitania, actually, which has an intersection here with Cove as well. Maritime history is alive and well here in Ireland, and the Titanic has not been lost here in Cove, Ireland. And we hope to bring more poems to you as we move through on the tour here in Ireland and as we come across to the US and Canada. We're so looking forward to sharing the anthology, and we're so grateful for you sharing the anthology, sharing this moment of the anthology with us tonight. Well, as darkness has now fully come into view here, want to thank Ports Parsons and Don Krieger, Kara Briggs here in the background here for all the technology support. And well done, everyone. Be very safe out there. And as I always say at the end of the program, take very good care of yourselves. Take very good care of your beloveds. Keep writing your miraculous poems, and we hope to see many of you on our upcoming tour stops here from Ireland. And we'll be back next week with our wild card open mic, also here from Ireland. Again, good evening from Cove. Be well, my friends.